Welcome to another video on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. Now today, just now we've received some news, and that is a contract extension for Blake Acres. He is going to be adding another 2 seasons to his existing deal, which was due to expire at the end of 2025. He played 120 games for Fremantle and St Kilda before he arrived at Carlton in the 2022 trade period, and this is a guy who I still remember it really clearly when he came to us. He's just been so consistent. He's been so reliable. And I even think he's elevated himself into that conversation as, one of the better players in his position in the league. I hadn't watched much of him, to be honest, prior to coming to Carlton. I remember the whispers about him potentially making a move to us at the end of 2021. I remember watching his last few games for Fremantle. Had some really solid performances in the back end of the year, and he then played a pretty decent level when it came to finals footy. But this guy's been a great pickup for us, and I think it's a really worthy contract extension. And I even think he's put himself in leadership category, which is fascinating to say. He played his 150th game earlier this year. I think of Blake Acres as, he's definitely endeared himself, but he holds this magical moment in the history of time with the Carlton Football Club, particularly with us fans. The semi-final against the D's, kicking the goal. Obviously, it's going to be a famous passage of play for a long time to come. May even be forgotten about if we win a couple of premierships. That'd be nice. But it was such a symbolic moment for him. I remember his first game for the club, dropping a mark late in the game, and then, finding his feet. One of the things I remember about Blake Acres was his response after that, and, hitting the nail on the head and, pointing out the moment that he wanted to improve on, and then just getting to work and going for it. So this is a really good piece of news for us. As I said, his contract was essentially meant to expire next year, but we're going to be extending that until the end of 2027. So a good result. Nick Austin had the following things to say in light of the contract extension. He said, Blake is a talented and reliable player. His ability to have an impact on play at both ends of the ground is a real asset for the side. He shows a great amount of composure in high pressure moments. He knows what's expected of him, and he consistently executes his role for the team. Embracing roles in the side has become something the playing group prides themselves on, and Blake has really led the way in that regard. Just to follow on with his year last year, 25 games, he finished 6th in the John Nichols Medal, and he was awarded the Spirit of Carlton and the Coaches Award. So this is a guy that's come into the club, impressed from day one, and then just continues to shine. So what do you think about the contract extension? It was a bit of a surprise to me. I got the notification moments ago, and I thought, all right, well, let's just get back into the studio and film something. But I wanted to get your thoughts in light of the news that Blake Acres has signed a contract extension. What have you made of his time at the club so far, and what do you think this piece of news means for him and for us moving forward? Chat to you in the comments. Go Blues.